Lately I have become very doodle-brained. It really is like a line-by-line stream of consciousness thing. Sometimes I'll start by going, I want to draw a caterpillar, or I want to draw something about being happy, or I want to draw something about this Yoshi game. And I just start with some random thought and continue on through until the page is filled, and sometimes it gets colored and sometimes it doesn't. I'm almost done with this sketchbook already. Look at this. What are you doing, floppy hair? You go whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, I'm almost done with this sketchbook, and I thought it could be fun to fill it up with some animal requests from my followers on Instagram. And I'm distracted by the floofy hair. There were over 50 requests, and I thought it would be really fun to just start drawing them. So it's been really fun to marry these two concepts of stream of consciousness, sketching, drawing, with a slightly more focused subject, being some specific animals while still respecting the wandering nature of my brain. I'm sharing a lot of these sketch pages and the concepts behind them with my patrons over on Patreon, so if you're interested in stuff like this and want to know more about how I get here and what my brain does when my hands end up doing all of this, you can be a patron on Patreon. Thanks! And we're off. The very first sketch that I did, well, the first animal requests I did were the bat and the whale that you saw on the previous page. The bat was kind of a warm-up. It's kind of like when you make pancakes, and the first pancake is kind of like the sacrificial pancake. You know it's not going to be good because it's the first one, so like the heat might not be right, your batter consistency might need a little adjusting, but that first pancake, never ideal. But then after that, you know, after the first one, the next pancakes are better. So the bat was the first pancake, and it was fun, but I wasn't super happy with it stylistically. I feel like I stressed too much about focusing on my reference image and making sure it looked like a bat, and I wasn't having as much fun with it as I wanted to. So I will be doing another bat, hopefully before this sketchbook is over and before I finish filling the sketchbook. But yeah, the bat was a test, but then I did the whale, which was a swing kind of in the opposite direction, and I really like it. So after those two, the next request was a hamster, and I had to take the opportunity to do a little hamtaro. I'm currently fighting off, I can feel it, gently poking and prodding in the back of my brain, the hamtaro hyperfixation, as when I looked up reference images, I saw like a chart of all the hamsters from Hamtaro. If you're not familiar with I experienced Hamtaro as a show growing up, which I see now as like a dubbed anime, I'm assuming, I think. Isn't that weird? Like, for me, I grew up watching Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Hamtaro, Cardcaptor Sakura, and at the time, I didn't know that they were anime. Like, I just thought they were shows that I watched on a Saturday or whatever, and it wasn't until I got older that I learned that the types of shows I really enjoyed as a kid had a name and an origin and this entire thing. So anyway, Hamtaro was part of those early years for me. We're not even on that sketch anymore. It's done. We're moving on to the next one. So anyway, that's why that matters to me. And yeah, so I'll probably binge watch all of the Hamtaro episodes relatively soon. We've got a long holiday weekend sort of thing. It's Thanksgiving here in the United States, and happy Thanksgiving. I don't know when this is going up, but I'm saying it now because it's that time of the year. So if you're celebrating, that sort of thing. The second sketch, oh gosh, we're on to number 3. The second drawing on this page was a fox. The request was for a fox, and I have been enamored with silver foxes lately. I really love, I'm sure there's more than one, but those Instagram accounts or YouTube channels of places that have like fox sanctuaries and fox rescues. There's probably one specific one that I keep running into, but I haven't like specifically subscribed to the channel yet. And it's a fox rescue. They have tons of foxes, and a lot of them are silver foxes. They're so cute. Sometimes they look really grumpy. So that's the fox. And you may have been wondering this entire time, great, Arlie, fox, sure, but what is that thing? What is the next one? What is that? It is a shrew. I think I kind of roughly based it on the common shrew. Did not do a ton of anatomical fine-tuning for that little fur blob hand creature with your spindly hands and your spindly feetses and your fur in your nose. Yeah, shrews. They're so darn cute. The person who requested a shrew also requested like a star-nosed mole. I want to draw that. I'm going to. I will be drawing a star-nosed mole. They're so cute. Are you kidding me with the star nose? It's a little unsettling up close, but from a bit more of a distance and maybe more stylized. I feel that way about a lot of animals, where at first I don't realize that they're a feature that makes them really cute. If you were to look at it much more closely, you have to kind of adjust. You have to kind of redefine your internalized definition of what it means to be alive, because otherwise they're a bit creepy. But I think that's what makes nature amazing, is that it's so diverse and different. And there's so many different ways that things live. Crazy. Space bunnies. That's where we're at now. Up in the corner, someone requested bunnies. They just said, bunnies? Exclamation point. Which I really wanted to do more than one. When they put in the effort to make such a, like, endearing request, and with so much excitement, I couldn't do just one bunny. A lonely bunny? A bunny alone? No way. And so I doodled some little bunny heads. And then I wanted to have some color, so I did some lights, party lights. And now they give me Disco Space Bunny vibes. I love it. My black marker in this alcohol marker set, I'm using my Ohuhu markers, by the way. Not sponsored or affiliated with them. I purchased these markers myself, but I have been using them most days. I'm really enjoying alcohol markers right now. But my black marker from Ohuhu is dying. This is the marker, this one and the Jade Green, which are two that I rely on pretty heavily. I use black to fill in spaces sometimes. And the Jade Green, which I don't think is on this page, is just one of my favorite. I just love it so much. I really need to check out, I think Ohuhu has refills now, right? Like I can just get a refill for my favorite markers? That's cool. The alcohol marker world has changed so much since like the ye olden days of 2019, 2018, when it was either Copic markers or a company that was trying really hard to get small artists to try their stuff on their YouTube channel so that they could build. You know, I feel like ArtX and like Arteza, those sort of Craft Ease, those sorts of companies have done lots of promoting through artists on YouTube. And Ohuhu did want to, you know, send me these markers for free, but there was other stuff where I was like, yeah, I get the markers, but at what cost, you know? So I just bought them myself, and I'm using them a lot. I love it. They're fun. They're markers. They're fun. I do think that maybe I haven't really investigated tons the current state of light fastness of non-Copic alcohol markers, you know? Back in my day, Copic markers were like the only reliable alcohol markers, and everything else may have been cheaper, but there were big trade-offs. And I think that the market has changed in recent years. I don't really think it's that way anymore. Oh, also unicorn. Someone requested a unicorn, and I felt like the standard brown horse doesn't always get the unicorn treatment, so that's what we did. I'm also having a lot of fun coloring clouds with alcohol markers. I really love the way that the ink blends that dye. Is it ink? Is it dye? I don't remember. Did somebody tell me recently? I don't know. Tell me again. I forget. I've forgotten the information. Oops. It was in my brain, and oops, it's gone. I don't remember. I like them. But anyway, I like the way that the color blends when the paper's a bit wet from a previous layer. It's kind of similar to watercolors in that way, but an unwavering transparency when compared with watercolors for the alcohol markers, which is really cool. Very fun. The last sketch on this page is a fiddler crab. I've been watching, I don't don't remember the name of that documentary. There's so many nature documentaries that are called something that basically is life on our planet, but sometimes it's life on our planet, more life on our planet, through life on our planet, a tale of life on our planet. It's like, I can't tell them apart. They're different, they're unique. I love nature documentaries right now. I can just sit and be fascinated by the wonders of nature for hours. Just for a long, long time. That doesn't mean I know the name of the documentary that I saw with Morgan Freeman on some Netflix, maybe? Where he talks about fiddler crabs? Was that Morgan Freeman or David Attenborough? I don't know. I've been consuming so much nature documentary content, videos, educationally formatted media, that I don't really know which is which anymore. Fiddler crabs are great though. They're so cool. The males have these giant front claws that they use for defense and also for mating, and when they're mating they do this big dance all together where they just like wave their giant claws at females, and then, you know, trying to impress the lady crabs. And sometimes when their big claw breaks off in a fight, because they be getting into fights, they don't want to look bad in front of the ladies, so they'll just hold up like a fake a claw that's not theirs, like prosthetic claw, like a toupee, but it's a claw because they want to still look tough and imposing, but their claw's gone. And geez, it's just so cool. Animals are great. Okay, we're approaching the end of this video now. I know I could make an end card. I know maybe I even should make an end card. I don't want to. I just want to get this video out. This video is not gonna, I'm sorry. It's not gonna have an end card, okay? Like, it's just gonna end. Get ready for it. It's a few seconds away. It's gonna end. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.